To be an example of that, you know.
So 2015 has been a real hectic year. We had the Sandra Blanche.
Yeah, Sandra Bland.
And no indictment on that.
Michael Brown in Ferguson,
Brown,
Missouri.
We had Freddie Gray.
Freddie Gray in Baltimore,
hung jury on the first cop that's gone to trial.
We started off talking about Walter Scott from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Dylan Roof
right.
from South Carolina, which was the worst, the most egregious. Look, listen, real quick. What Dylan Roof did is worse than what ISIS will do. You know what I'm saying? To motherfuckers over there.
You're right.
At least ISIS is not sitting there pretending to be a Christian.
Right.
You understand? You know clear cut who they are. But okay, so we've had 5 separate events already that we've talked about, and many more. So 2015 has been a very tumultuous year, a very serious year, and I hope that in the future we can look forward to progressing from this. But 2015 I had some clown moments too.
Oh yeah.
And one of them is the Donald. Hey, I don't give a fuck. And one day I might get a chance to sit down and talk to Donald, and I will address him as a man, and I will respect him as such until he gives me any other reason to do anything otherwise. But just for it to be known, I don't necessarily agree with his brand of politics, and I don't agree with his vision as I've seen it through his display. But, you know, him being the front runner for the Republican Party, it says a couple of things to me. You understand? And I don't know if Republicans still consider Ronald Reagan the greatest Republican ever.
Republicans have dumbed themselves down.
Thank you. There you go. Hey, I couldn't say.
Completely dumbed themselves down.
I couldn't say. I couldn't articulate.
They're just like hip hop music right now. The dumber you are, the more you sell.
Hey, you're right about that.
So that's what Donald Trump has done. He's race baiting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's playing out fair. You know,
and he's winning.
Right, and that's what the Republican base want to hear. That's what people in South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, those guys want to hear that. From the backwoods of Indiana.
Hey, yeah, I'm glad you said Indiana. You know, I was going to say, don't leave out the Midwest.
Right.
The boy Vince up there too now.
Right. All those little small town cities around the Midwest.
Indiana.
Yeah. Now they want a tough talker. They believe Obama didn't talk tough enough.
Well, you know
so they want somebody that can talk the talk and walk the walk.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Just walking the walk ain't enough. Because the way Barack walked, like he can handle this shit. But just walking it ain't enough. They want somebody that can talk slick shit too.
Yeah.
C brought that up earlier. He was talking to me about Donald. He said, you know, and I ain't expect this from him, man, because, you know, I'm not going to say I thought he was liberal, but I didn't see that he had any views that was going, that coincided with the Republican Party. But he said, I understand why people like Trump. He said, people like Trump because he is the embodiment of what they wish they could do.
Right.
Or say.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I understand that there's people that mirror the views. Like I say, I don't understand it, but, you know. I just don't understand how you can say in a country where it's basically built off immigrants.
Yeah.
Right? Let's be real about it.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go into the ugly side, because if you're grown and you're watching this, and you know 1 + 1 = 2, you know what happened for the country to be formed, and if you don't, Google it. Well, anyway, we just going to talk about the fact that immigrants built this country. The Kennedys were Irish. You understand? Like, it's so many. I'm not saying that Irish rule everything, but, you know, they got that football thing down. But this country was built off immigrants and immigrant labor and just immigrant entrepreneurship, and now you like, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, immigrant and slave labor, you know.
Most definitely.
Oh, then they gave them a couple cents. You know what I mean?
Well, if we gonna be,
We
honest about it, it was built off slave labor.
Yeah, the whole thing was slave labor.
You
the whole thing was
understand?
slave labor. What they did to the Eastern Europeans and what they did to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Holocaust to us.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
It started with the Eastern European.
Right. So
with the thieves and the murderers that
Right.
just sitting over here to build the land up for a couple of years before they came to Africa and took over.
But it's just
Got us for free.
But you know, negating all that in the past,
Right.
just looking at the current thought process of the GOP and the people that want to follow Donald is like, listen, man, it's all good and well to say we don't want those people here, but what happens when you turn into those people?
Right.
That concept never crossed your mind.
Right.
So either you're not a person of substance, moral, and principle who will bend to anything to survive, or you're just not an intelligent or forward-thinking or open-minded person who understands that you could be the next.
Yeah. So that's what Donald's playing on.
Yeah, he's race baiting a lot, like you say, and I don't understand it. But outside of Donald, we also done had some very, very entertaining moments. In the 2014-15 NBA season, my dogs lost. I'm still down with the king. Hashtag
LBJ went down.
Yeah.
Again.
Don't make a Jim Kelly of basketball, man.
Nah, he got two.
He got two.
He got two. Ain't no.
Four straight?
Yeah.
Four straight.
Yeah, he
right?
went four straight. He won two.
5 in a row.
Yeah, he'll go back again this year.
Oh, it's 6
You know
now.
what I mean?
I mean, not 5 in a row. It's 6 total, ain't it? Once with Cleveland when he first came.
Yeah.
4 times with Miami.
It ain't go in a row. Yeah, but it's 5 times, 4 times in a row. The last
Yeah,
4
four,
years.
yeah, you're right.
Last 4
in a
years
row.
he been there.
But it's been,
But 6 total.
Yeah.
He done been 6
'cause
times.
he went back with Cleveland again.
Yeah, he been
Right.
Cleveland twice. Yeah.
Correct.
But yeah, so that's been a tough year in basketball for my dog, but a great year in basketball. If you're a fan of the sport, you couldn't help but love what Golden State did.
Oh man, Golden State was out there killing them boys last year.
Much as I'm down with the king, I
Yeah.
just love the game, man.
Golden State brought the jump shot back.
Man.
Yeah.
Got the kids shooting jump shots again.
Hey,
Everybody's not trying to dunk.
my son trying to shoot
Yeah.
your lights out.
Yeah, right. Everybody want to shoot now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't wants to dunk. Everybody wants to shoot from 20 feet out.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
So,
That was pretty cool. Recently in 2015, my man Kobe brought out the cane and crutches.
yeah.
He on his farewell tour. I just don't understand how my G went from balling at 100. Hey, not 0 to 100, but 100 to 0 real quick.
Right, somebody
Like-
turned him down like Xbox and shit.
It was like Kobe turned down.
Age
Are
caught
you
up-
sure?
Age caught up with him. Age caught up with him. I mean, he been doing it since
That
18.
Joker put in 17 solid good years.
Yeah, he been
Hey,
doing it since 18.
15 straight All-Star,
Wear and
All-Pro
tear, man.
on both ends of the balls. You know, Kobe's one of the greatest. Yo,
Wear
farewell
and
to Kobe.
Even after the game gone and it's just on paper, they
Yeah.
still gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah, Go to China. Play ball in China with Stephon Marbury.
But still, bro.
Yeah. You run China. You run a little thing over there. Go fuck with your boy.
In the NFL, the Panthers went 14-0 before they got knocked off by the same team. They scrubbed 38 to nothing.
The same team that just made them chicken nuggets.
Right, they just made a chicken nugget. We showed y'all. So, you know, I guess the dab wasn't enough, or maybe he dabbed too much. You
They
feel
Benjamin
me?
Button that ass. They went from chicken nuggets
Back to a real bird.
back to a falcon and shit. They went backwards then, you know. It took 2 weeks, but they got their back. So the Falcons is on the cusp of a playoff berth. Oh no, they lost. They didn't get in.
No, yeah, it's
Nah,
over with
it's
for
over.
them.
They-
Sunday,
It was
they
a
had like
pride
a
thing for them.
2%
It was a
change.
pride thing for them.
Yeah.
So
I ain't gonna lie though, just this personal. This ain't even got nothing to do with stats or nothing. I understand that the game is what the game is, and real competitors compete.
Right.
But for real, dog, like y'all know, y'all had no shot in hell.
nah, they know.
Let the boy go.
Yeah, y'all falling apart.
Let the boy go, man. Let the boy
Oh,
go.
Eagles got rid of Chip Kelly.
That what I was gonna bring it up. I heard they gave him a bag too.
Yeah, the college game need them though.
Yeah, they need him.
The college game need them. You know.
I mean, he trying to do plays that 25-year-olds or 22-year-olds did in college that they can't. Pros, you got grown people, you got people 30 years old in the league that they can't maintain that same pace, man. I mean, people old, but people getting that check, getting paid more than you.
Chip Kelly didn't have the he didn't have the personnel he needed to run the system he wanted.
Nah, he destroyed the whole team.
Yeah, he got rid of the core. You know,
never should got rid of Shady.
He got rid of the core.
Deshaun,
Macklin, yeah.
Nor Nick Foles.
Why did he get rid of the talent? What was he trying to do? I'm not the football
He claimed
guy.
it was a salary cap. You know, he claimed it was some salary cap. There was some innuendo about race in there. You know,
that's what I thought.
Right.
You know, we being honest.
Right.
Because he got rid of a lot of brothers.
Right.
Man.
But if you ain't got the facts, you can't don't throw that water on that man.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
You know what I mean? If we don't got facts, you know, but there's a lot of innuendo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speculation. You know what I mean?
Quote unquote.
Right. 2 and 2 is 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
leave it at that.
it was a lot of stuff that happened in 2015, but seeing as how we right at 2016, knocking on the door, him right there. I kind of want to see if moving is an option, right? So if moving is an option and the underground go from Atlanta to Kalamazoo, Michigan,
Right.
or Oregon, what's the best places in between here that I could raise a kid? If not, what's the places I definitely don't want to go? Like, I don't want my son to goddamn be dabbing when he should be doing homework and shit. You feel me? What I'm saying.
You don't want that little joke on LA, I can tell you that.
In LA?
So what you trying to say? The top 10 places not to raise a child?
We'll do that because there's a lot of fucking cities between here and the West Coast. So we got to narrow it down to 10.
What's
All
the
right,
10?
so what's the 10? Like, don't take your kid there.
Ooh.
Boy or girl, I guess. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna say Birmingham. They're on first 48.
Not in the ham.
They stay out first 48.
No disrespect to them, but they're on first 48, man. So that's one.
Those are the only cops I like. Is our first 48.
Well, I know it's safe in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You want to bring your kid to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Bring your kid to Atlanta, man. It's all right.
Yeah, bring them to Gwinnett County though.
Hey, I was gonna say just keep away from College Park, Edgewood, Bankhead, Thomasville. Just keep away from Pittsburgh, Mechanicsville,
Oakland.
You know what I mean? If you keep away from all these spots, Boulevard, Moreland, you know what I mean? It's a good city to live in.
Right. He got a good shot.
All right, so you said B-Ham. You say L.A. then.
Yeah.
You say don't take them out to L.A. L.A. might be all right.
Don't bring him to Brooklyn.
Don't take them to Brooklyn. All right, we got 3.
Don't take him to Brooklyn.
I'm going to say, for real, don't take them to Philly. No.
Philly.
I don't hate Philly.
I'm going with the big cities. I'm going with the big cities, Chicago.
Okay, that's fine.
The
I'm leaving my Philly. Oh, yeah, the D. Oh, you had to go to the house, didn't you?
Brooklyn.
You had to go to the house. You got the D. That's 6. I got Brooklyn.
D.C.
All right, that's 7.
Miami. Oh, I'm going with the major boroughs.
It might.
It was the Northwest.
The Northwest,
St.
you got no, that's Midwest.
What's the major city in the Northwest? 250,000.
Portland. You got Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Tacoma, Washington.
I do Milwaukee.
Oh, those cities are hippie communes.
No, they cities. I mean, they ain't really big. Like Tacoma is really where all the black folks stay. When I was in the Navy,
Right.
Tacoma is the black city, but
wow.
Seattle and Tacoma touch.
Oh, they're like a twin city.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So y'all can have Tacoma. Lisa Seattle to us and shit.
We gonna stay out here with Russell.
Yeah.
So we up to 8 so far. All right. I give you one more. Let's say Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Definitely Houston.
Dallas, Texas.
All right, that's 10.
That's
So
our
let's
10 right
see.
there?
Let's see how we add up. So I'm gonna search real quick and see what we came up with.
Hey.
I guarantee you that Detroit is not on the list. You understand?
I know Detroit got to be on the list.
Hey, everybody that had money is gone. Who they robbing? Everybody with something is out of there.
I I know New York got to be off the list now.
All right, so
There's a lot of crime, but ain't nobody getting caught.
too many damn people.
Yeah.
It says on blackdoctor.org, the top 10 worst cities to raise black children for 2015.
We're going to start with number 10. Go ahead, Rob.
Number 10 is Jackson, Mississippi. God.
Damn.
41 murders and 455 robberies.
Population of 100,000.
100,000 people. Motherfucker just robbed his cousin and go next door and rob his best friend.
You got to the funeral, you know that was your cousin. You know you killed your cousin.
Motherfucker over me.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Orlando, Florida. Damn, Disneyland?
Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey goddamn Toodle busting cats and
He
shit.
laying motherfuckers out. Number 8 is Atlanta. Damn.
Atlanta.
Fuck Atlanta.
What part of Atlanta is that? Big Cat's gone.
They too busy
Big Cat Quarter's
dabbing.
done. Oh, them they dabbing in something.
For Atlanta, it says the surrounding suburbs are not listed, just the city.
Right.
That's due to the fact of property crime in this southern city. Motor vehicle theft is 55% higher than average, and burglary is 38% higher. So basically, K-Dot, Kendrick Lamar, y'all telling motherfuckers how to do this home invasion shit, and Atlanta just caught on to what y'all was doing 8 years ago.
Everybody doing a home invasion in Atlanta.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
They got a vocational school for home invasions in Atlanta.
Number 7 is Birmingham, Alabama. He called it too. He said the ham.
Birmingham. You see them my first 28.
Too much.
You know what I mean?
Too much.
They stay on there.
The ham getting it in. Is it just me or is the South just, you don't want to come here?
You know, hey, the South ain't what they say it is. So,
Ain't
you know,
a lie.
If you come down here thinking it's sweet,
Damn.
you will go back home.
Bridgeport, Connecticut. Oh, hey, I know about Bridgeport.
Yeah.
They had an article about a
that's
shooting in Bridgeport
Yeah,
this year.
Oh, that's straight Vietnam. Straight,
Shit.
Oh, Bridgeport.
Yeah, Bridgeport. That
Puerto-
shit crazy, bro.
Puerto Ricans is popping up
I
there.
need to bring down the Bridgeport expert and let him holler about it.
Shout out to the Latin Kings. Them boys out there is putting up numbers. They fucking putting up numbers.
New Orleans is number 5, and I'm going to say I'm kind of surprised.
New Orleans?
New Orleans.
Why?
I'm surprised. I don't know because...
They have no law enforcement down there, man.
Oh, so they cowboys.
They can go. They can go.
Ooh.
Oh, you think
so
they-
you talking about they still haven't recovered from Katrina?
Not fully. Not fully. They're not fully staffed as a police force. You know what I mean?
A couple of wards still look like landfills,
Right.
man. Like demolition.
Yeah.
Damn.
See, them my first 28. Most of their crimes don't get solved.
Yeah.
Most of their murders don't get solved.
Damn it, man.
St.
Yeah.
Louis.
Number 4 is Oakland, California.
Oh, Oakland, yeah, Oakland been out there forever.
I didn't bring Oakland right. I didn't bring them up because I thought they was chilling out with Raiders.
Nah.
And, you know what
We
I mean?
should have said the Bay Area. That whole
Yeah.
The Bay is perennial fucking top 10 worst cities.
Yeah,
yo.
yeah.
Them jokers put in numbers, they put in work.
You know, Oakland is Oscar Grant, ain't it?
Yeah.
He got killed on the bar.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 was St. Louis. Nelly, stop rapping. What is wrong? What are y'all doing? Y'all don't got no thug no more. What's happening in St. Louis?
What's their crime of choice?
It's partially because it's less spread out than other cities, which incorporates safer suburbs and smaller communities. St. Louis has a high crime rate, so it's like a small New York.
Gotcha.
I mean,
They not.
They pack together.
Yeah.
They
Damn.
And the police doing people wrong up there.
Oh yeah, the police. Yeah, they got a militia.
They're not protect and serve. They serve and protect now.
Yeah.
They serve your ass first.
Detroit made it to number 2. What kind of shit is that? Number 2. This is the second worst place to go. So if you could go to Des Moines, Iowa, with nobody, or Detroit, go to Des Moines. You feel me? God. Detroit number 2. Notice how Illinois was in the top 10 last year, but a big city like the city of Chicago was not. Many motor cities.
No New York.
Right.
No Chicago.
Nothing.
What's the
No
main
LA.
What's
But
the
you
main
get
reason?
Detroit. The main reasons, gangs.
And Atlanta's
And violent crimes are
Atlanta's
on the
worse.
decrease.
Is it worse to raise a child than goddamn New York and LA?
Yeah, right.
Wow.
In Chicago?
Well, y'all, Harlem ain't Harlem no more. and shit,
No,
though.
that's Disney. That's Disney World with the projects. With the
Oh,
project
man. Number 1, do not go to Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee. God.
The cheese capital of the world.
I gotta read this. I have to. Similar to other areas in the Midwest, black people traveled to Milwaukee in large numbers during the 60s to take advantage of the burgeoning manufacturing industry, leading to the formation of black communities. That only makes sense. You're chasing work, you make a neighborhood. When the city's industrial base collapsed, it served as a catalyst for racial disparity. So basically, when they moved all the factories out, it turned into the hood. It's the price. It's Vietnam. Whatever goes.
When it became a service industry, all the labor lost their jobs.
Right.
All the white folks became managers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They got to keep it and move on.
They got to keep their jobs as the factory changed over.
It says this pattern of racial inequality continued as a result of the Great Migration, when millions of blacks relocated to the North and Midwest between 1916 and 1970.
Right.
Wisconsin Council on Children and Family Director Ken Taylor pointed out a horrifying trend in Milwaukee, stating if we look at education, if we look at employment, if we look at involvement in the juvenile justice system and the child welfare system, if we look at adult incarceration, on every indicator, we see that the African American children are doing worse. In some cases, much worse than other children, particularly while white children, particularly under white children in our state. My apologies.
Yeah.
So basically, what it looks like, and they have various statistics listed, and I urge you, blackdoctor.org/top 10 worst cities to raise black children. We making light of it, we making jokes, but it's serious. Look it up, especially if you're moving. But basically, what's happening in Wisconsin and Milwaukee in particular is just a mirror image of what we started all talking about. You can't have certain issues go on and not address them. Listen, you can't have cancer and never go to the doctor and feel like it's going to get better, or never go to somebody who's independent researcher.
How can they be the worst if they only have one rapper? Cuckoo Cal.
In my project, I didn't know you from there. I thought he was a Southern guy.
No, I thought he from Milwaukee.